What's going on, you guys? I am joined here by Tyler, aka Realistic, on YouTube. I'll link to his channel down in the video description. He has driven here to Sonoma Raceway all the way from
Bloomington, Indiana.
So multi-day, multi-week?
Multi-week. Went to DC first. We're 5,000 miles deep. Yeah.
Wow, you literally went that way and then came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in this GR Corolla. It's a 2023 model year, right? You've had this for, what, a couple of years now? A year?
A year and a half.
Okay, so about the same, a little bit longer than I've had my Integra Type S. So we're swapping cars today for a session here at Sonoma Raceway. We're here with Lightspeed track events, bone stock GR Corolla. Have you done anything to it?
SRF brake fluid and Pilot Sport 4S. Which did make a difference.
Instead of the 4s.
Instead of the 4s.
And this is the Core with the performance package, right? So we have the front and rear LSDs.
Yes.
Which you already managed to overheat the rear one in track mode.
Yes, in track mode, not the rear bias mode. It did take 15 minutes. I think now, since it's 10 degrees warmer and you're a better driver, it's going to go quicker.
We'll see. I'm going to leave IMT on just to keep things a little bit simpler.
Yes.
We're in track mode.
Well, you got to go sport
first.
And then traction off.
And press and hold, right?
Just press once.
Press once. Expert mode.
That's the nice thing about this. You don't have to do pedal dance. Yeah. There's no elaborate scheme. You just press it once. As long as you're in sport mode, it shuts everything off.
My car is such a pain in the ass. It's like a 8-step pedal dance to turn VSA off. All right, let's take this thing out for a quick few laps here and see how it does. Where's your temp gauge?
Oh yeah, good thinking.
There we go. How do I know if the diff is overheated? Is it a message?
It'll make sure you know.
Oh, okay. So much understeer.
Yeah.
It'll rotate when you lift off, though.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of turbo lag.
Definitely, if you can't let it get too low.
Yeah. slowed down. Oil temp's 261.
Not bad.
That's still in the safe zone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't push it past that.
No. Yeah, from what I had heard, 270 was kind of where you should taper and just stop. But yeah, you're definitely meeting the limits of the tires a lot in this corner. I'd be curious what it could do with venting and the tires that you put on it on the Type S.
The V730s?
The V730s and a little bit of camber up front.
Yeah. Desperately need camber. Let's bring it back in, then we'll chat.
Yeah.
Also, your shift knob is loose.
Oh yeah, I need to tighten it. No overheat though.
Yeah, no overheating, no diff overheating. Granted, we only did a few laps.
I think the last, when I did it, I forget how long I was out for.
Yeah.
I went the whole session.
All right. So what do I think about this car in stock form with just brake fluid? Well, the brakes actually feel pretty good. I didn't get any fade. The initial bite of the pads, because they're OEM pads, there's really not much, but very easy to modulate. I think the OEM brakes on this car are actually quite good for what it is. I mean, it's a warm day today. In terms of the handling balance, the front feels soft and it feels camber limited. OEM camber, I'm guessing it's not much more than like 1 degree, if even that. I think it's kind of similar to my Integra Type S, where you really need like at least 3 degrees of negative camber for any kind of serious track driving.
Whenever they tuned it out the box, it was definitely more for back roads.
Right.
To where, because like once you get to those limits, then it loses that kind of directness that it has when you're just kind of cruising around. And I think that's why there's like a lot of differing opinions on this car.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it comes from when you're pushing it at limits, and especially with the PS4s, these have the PS4Ss.
Yeah. And
that gets you back some of that.
Yeah, I think the PS4Ss actually feel decent. I drove my Integra Type S when it was bone stock also on PS4Ss. Grip levels are similar, but the difference is the Integra and Civic Type R, the front ends of those cars are much, much sharper out of the box.
Yes.
Where this car beats the Integra hands down is exactly what you would expect for an all-wheel drive car, which is corner exit traction. I'm flooring it 3 seconds before I even get back on the pedal at all in my Integra. Not only because this is all-wheel drive, which of course has its benefits, but also because there's so much turbo lag.
Yeah, you got to keep it in a lower gear. I noticed that in the Type S, because you were hit a slightly lower speeds in this, and if you left it in third, you're waiting.
Yeah, for the last corner, the final corner, if I kept it in third, which I tried for 1 lap, the engine's really struggling. There's nobody home. In track mode, which is 50-50 torque split, you do get quite a bit of adjustability with the throttle mid-corner. Like, you really can trim your line in a very sort of predictable way, which I do appreciate that quite a lot. I think for track work though, Integra Type S, Civic Type R are definitely out of the box much more capable. The 4-cylinder turbo really does have a big leg up on this 3-cylinder, even though the peak output is only like maybe less than 10% different. I think the cornering as well, Civic Type R and Integra Type S, quite a bit more pointy, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
This car though, the confidence it gives the driver, both on the street, because I drove this on a very rainy road. There was standing water and it was raining. And I was sending it like 90% of my drive speed. Try doing that in the Integra Type S or Civic Type R, the front tires are just gonna be spinning the whole time. So there is a very good use case for the GR Corolla. And I've said this before, if you live in an area with shitty weather, the GR Corolla will be one of the quicker cars that you can buy for under $50,000. It will outrun the Integra Type S and Civic Type R on a wet road.
I love the steering of your car. It's more fun than this when this starts hitting its limits.
Right.
I love the power band in this. Some people don't like, that it's more laggy, low RPMs, the speed isn't all there, but I like how it sounds. I like getting, and I like the character. It kind of pulls right up to that red line. I do like that aspect. It's definitely not as capable though And I think I would rather be, if you say the Type R is exactly like the Type S, which I haven't.
Driving dynamics, 99% the same. I mean, either way, there's a use case for this car, but I think, because I almost bought this car before I got my Type S. I had an allocation at MSRP for a Circuit Edition 2024 or 2023 GR Corolla. Might have been a 24 actually, but then I got the call from the Acura dealer like less than 10 minutes from my house. I test drove that car and I was like, I'm sold. Because at that point I had already driven a GR Corolla, so I knew what to expect, and I could immediately tell the Type S is a much sharper car. Yeah, that was just a few laps at Sonoma in the GR Corolla Core. Go follow Realistic, REALISTICK.
You got it. That's it.
For stick shift, right?
Yes, for stick shift. It was a pun that I made when I was 18 and regret it.
But yeah, thanks for making the trip down.
Of course.
He's also going to be doing a video on my Type S as part of a bigger series that he's doing where he's looking at various cars to compare against his own GR Corolla. I'm
selling this one at the end of it and potentially could buy a Type S.
Yeah.
Probably not though. Might be a little too expensive. I looked at the price tag, I was like, ooh.
It's an expensive car for sure. All right, guys, let me know what you think about the GR Corolla. How does it compare to other options in this price range? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.